And a warm welcome to you all. I'm Tom, and this is my first episode of the channel. So, bit of a disclaimer, if I'm seeming a bit weird or a bit unnatural, I'm trying my best. It's just all a bit much, really. Yeah, so to crack on with, I am 23, I am currently studying at uni, I work, have a lot going on. Obviously not at the moment, sadly, with everything going on in the world, but we won't go into that. I got the plot at the start of May last year, and it was absolute chaos. So it's just been under a year that I've had it. And it was covered in brambles, the ground was a mess, most of it was covered up with kind of parts of lorry coverings and plastic coverings, and it was a mess. I think that I kind of stood by. I think many people were shocked that I carried on, but now we are almost a whole year on, and I've transformed most of the plot, and I'm really, really happy with it. The first year was kind of like just clearing it. And now, over the last few months, I'm actually able to start planting, and I can't wait. If I'm honest, I'm very, very amateur at this. I don't know at all really about planting. I didn't know anything about gardening until I got an allotment. And yeah, so it's all a bit of a learning curve. Right now, I'm kind of just throwing everything into the ground, planting, sowing, burying. I'm just kind of trying my hardest and kind of seeing what grows, and then as the years follow I can kind of see what works, what doesn't work, and kind of evolve as a gardener. Why I got the plot. It was very, very it was very spontaneous. I think it was very impulsive. I got the plot. Also, I've got to apologise. It's a little bit, though it's sunny, it's a little bit windy, so, and the plastic windows on my shed are kind of flapping a bit. I've tried to take them down for this video, but they've still they've unstuck, that's the word. Anyway, and I kind of had the thought that getting an allotment would be really, really good for me. It would be an escape from the world in terms of just a place to go. It's my haven. It's a place where I can literally not think about everything. And I don't know, I just wanted to learn about more gardening. I wanted to hone my craft. I think gardening is kind of a lifetime of an education. And what better place to start than getting an allotment? Though I just say that not everyone allotments are not for everyone. It's a lot of work, but yeah, it's really starting to pay off now. I will show you. Also, what I should mention is I will show you a plot tour after this. I just kind of wanted to, as it's my first episode, just show a bit about me and a bit about the plot, and then from here on, I will go on to kind of just show you monthly plantings. Some good alternatives to keep gardening cheap. I think one of the big misconceptions when it comes to gardening is you go, and it's so easy to do, is you go to a garden centre and you, oh my god, it's like literally a candy shop for gardeners. No, that is not the way. Especially if you're a student like me. So no, I will show you some cheap alternatives to what is really effective, and also ways that I found easy at kind of cutting prices, like especially with things getting second hand and free, and skip diving. Oh, I am a regular skip diver. Proud to admit that. I think with the allotment, I think in gardening in general, it is amazing for your mental health. I think just being outdoors is amazingly kind of therapeutic for you. Also, the amount of times that I have been gardening or been sat on my bench, and I thought to myself, do you know what? In the last 2 hours that I've been here, I would probably be at home watching Netflix, procrastinating, not really doing much, being on social media, and actually I've just spent 2 hours outside in the fresh air with some windy shed windows apparently, and it's just amazing, honestly. I really do think it's the small things that make a difference in your life, and I think gardening is one of the, what's the word I'm thinking of? Very underrated. I think there's a lot to be said when it comes to planting and just gardening and getting an allotment. Why not? The reason why I've got this channel is because basically over the last year I have been posting on my Instagram, which I will list below, kind of updates and pictures and kind of just like what's kind of going on in the allotment and what I'm doing. And it's 4 people now have messaged me, and they have either got gardening, got an allotment, or on a waiting list. And that is amazing. And they told me that I've inspired them just from seeing what I've been doing, from seeing someone who didn't know nothing, and I think gardening can be a bit intimidating for someone that doesn't know about it, but you just got to throw yourself into it. And if it doesn't, plants don't grow, then try again. And that's the beauty of it. You've got a whole lifetime to figure out how to grow the perfect flowers or carrots. And basically from that, I kind of thought to myself, just before I got the allotment and before, and as I was working on it, I was watching many YouTubers. Also, massive shout out to, I'm gonna get all your names wrong, I'm really sorry in terms of your YouTube names, but Kelly, Rachael, thank you so much for getting back to me. I messaged a few YouTubers slash Instagrammers who are known for being amazing at gardening and a wealth of knowledge and doing what I'm trying to do now, and they have given me so much helpful advice, and I just want to give a bit of a shout out to them. I will also list them down below. So yeah, I created this channel because I watched so many other people and I thought to myself, there's a lot about gardening, but what if you didn't know absolutely anything at all? What if you were like me and absolutely did not know a thing? And then within a year you have put a shed together, laid slabs, dug up weeds, found cheaper alternatives, learn about the horrors that is brambles and bindweed, and just so many other things that have kind of come into gardening. And I think if I can shed a bit of information, if I can lend a hand in terms of knowledge wise, and also if I can make you all laugh at every time I seem to fail at something in the garden, you know what, it's just a good laugh. And I'm not gonna lie, there have been some times where I've sat down and think, why have I decided to get this huge plot of land? But it didn't really matter if things were perfect, if it was a beautiful garden. It was the joy that I had doing it. I had friends that would come and help me, and they still do. I actually can't wait for this whole pandemic to be over so I can have my friends back to come and help me, because there's a lot of weeding to be done. So please come and help me. And it's just a nice time to spend with people. It's just amazing. Also, one of the best things about having an allotment right now is I actually now cook on my allotment. I basically have moved in. No, I brought a frying pan and I was cooking some vegetarian burgers, and I had some buns, and I brought a bit of cake, and I basically had a lovely picnic on my allotment that I cooked, and it's just wonderful to do that. So yeah. Anyways, enough talking about me. Without further ado, I would like to show you a tour of my plot. Okay, so just for the start of the tour, I'd like to actually show you the 2 wheelbarrows that I've got there. The one on the left was found at the back. It was underneath a load of rubble, and it was almost buried under the soil, and I sourced it out, dug it out, and I decided to turn it into a planter. And the one on the right is actually from my neighbour's Rob. He is in his 70s, and his father had his plot before he did. He loved what I did with this, and he said that he had this rusty old wheelbarrow too, and he'd just love to see it if it had a new lease of life. So yeah, that's what I've done for him and for me, really. So then, going on to the actual beds. I have roughly about 8 beds at the moment. At the front I have these 2, very sad looking at the moment, just because they're quite fresh in the ground, only planted a few days ago. Rhubarb, and next to some strawberry plants. And over here we have my kind of bean structure, which is still in the making. Yeah, we'll get back to you on that one. So this one, we are actually just waiting for some further plants in the greenhouse to get a bit more mature and that it's room for them in the ground. In this one, we have some potatoes, some parsnips and some Brussels sprouts, which I cannot wait to see them come out of the ground. They've been in the ground for a couple of weeks now, so it's any day now I'm waiting to see some sprouts. With these 2 kind of gateway objects, they are actually from a John Lewis display that they were being thrown out, and I asked one of the managers if I could take them home. So I took them on a train, brought them here and dug them into the ground, because I saw them and thought, my god, I could actually grow sweet peas up them. So hopefully over the summer, as you stay tuned to the channel, you will see these covered in sweet peas. That's my hope. In this bed we've also got some bunions, really. I'm trying it 2 different ways. I've already got some kind of sprouted at the ground just here, covered with some netting. I was also told that by a fellow neighbour on the allotment, that if you plant onions in the ground, sometimes the birds can have them. So I'm kind of just trying out to see what would happen. Oh, this I actually was a bit afraid to show. Oh well, yeah, we have a bed here that is not being used just yet. It's got a few weeds on there, but in due course we are slowly getting there. One of my favourite areas of my allotment plot so far is kind of these 2 beds here. At the front we have loads of different varieties of berries, raspberries, winter raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, loganberries, which I only recently came across. I actually didn't really realise that loganberries were a thing, but very, very happy with them. And at the front here we've got a load of sunflower seeds buried. The variety is quite a small one, it's called Little Leo. They produce kind of small sunflower bush-like kind of flowers. Well, this is my hope. Again, a bit awkward with all the weeds, but we're getting there. And these beauties, I just thought added a nice little touch. Well, I should start with a nice area, the potting bench. Soon we'll have a water butt plumbed in here with some guttering. Still on to do that, and my half-broken greenhouse type thing. But yeah, so all the back here was actually covered in a load of brambles. Managed to dig them up, cut them away, and still an ongoing process. But what I really want to show you is my pond, well, soon to be pond. I actually found this container on an abandoned plot, and I asked the secretary if I could have it. He looked at me quite weirdly when he asked why, but that is actually going to be my pond. The pond had originally been planned to kind of been put at the back, but I've decided that I actually couldn't really see it if it was over there, so I've decided to put it here. We're on our way to digging it out. There will be a video that follows, just to kind of show you the process of how to build a natural pond. Okay, so that is just going into my shed so you can hear me a little bit better. That is roughly a plot tour. What will come next is some monthly updates about planting. What are the best plants to put in? Some money saving tips of how to kind of maintain an allotment, how to, and also gardening. I keep mentioning about cheap tips for an allotment. This also works in most gardens as well. It's just that this, as you can see, is still a work in progress, but it's getting there. It's getting there. But yeah, stay tuned, and thank you so much for having a look at my channel. I will see you soon. Thank you.